Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. Boxing, you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. And if you're into boxing, Twitter's a good place for you to visit, create an account and visit, just to keep up with some of the latest and greatest going on in boxing. It also gives you an opportunity and an avenue to talk directly with some of your favorite athletes. The problem is this: not everybody who's on Twitter is, like Hood Champion, just having conversations and seeing what's going on, trying to get updates so we can relay it to our growing community. You have what these people call trolls. Now, I never really understood the word, where they came up with the word troll. I know I do a lot of fishing. So when I'm out fishing on the ocean and we're on a boat, we cast out a topwater lure and we just sit there, man, and just cruise and let the lure, we call that trolling. You just leave it in the water and just let it just sit there and do its thing, and eventually you'll get a bite. So I think that's why they came up with the term troll, why they use the term troll for these guys on social media who do things like what this guy, Brandon Carrana, did to Terence Crawford. Now, there were a couple of people who passed away. And now you got this guy who decides he wants to reference those guys. I say first Samuel, yeah. Now Cameron Duncan, and next is Bomack. Now, I personally don't think that's funny, but I've kind of gotten used to when you're on Twitter, you're liable to see all kind of crazy videos, all kind of crazy pictures, and people will say anything. And they're definitely out here trolling, trying to get a reaction. I've even had some people try to troll me, but it just doesn't work. But you can see that this guy got underneath Terence Crawford's skin, because Crawford actually replied to him and said, "I bet yourself, arse wouldn't say that in my face." And I think Terence Crawford has every right to be enraged. I just think there are certain lines that we just shouldn't cross, but people do it. But nonetheless, with Bomack, now I don't even know if I should share this with y'all. I don't think I'm gonna share that with y'all because I just keep that to myself, and I'll wait to see if I get some more information about it. But I think Terence Crawford reacting like this, I think the fact that this guy said something about Bomack, and we know the relationship Crawford has to him. But I'll put it to you this way. You just never know what's going on with people as far as their health, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, but especially physically. You just never know. And when you come out and make this dumb post, basically, suggesting like, Bomack's going to be next, you don't know what's going on in that man's life. So to see Crawford react like that, now this is just me, a guy who's been around, dealt with a lot of people. If you may hit close to home with some of the things you say, and when you see a person react like that, although you could just say, "Oh, these are just words," it's just somebody just trying to get a reaction. I look a little deeper into things, just because that's just how I'm wired. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that there may be a little bit more to Crawford reacting like that to this guy, because there's a lot of people who say things to Crawford. There's a lot of people on Twitter who say all kind of crap to him. And sometimes he makes time to go back and forth, and other times he doesn't. But this one here, he obviously didn't like it. Nonetheless, man, I just think sometimes people cross the line, man. But what I will tell you is this: people forgetting about how these trolls can get ran up on and get hurt. Ain't no secret. There are people here on social media who go out their way to try to troll and get under people's skin and be nasty towards them. You've had, what's her name? Tasha K got sued by Cardi B. Cardi B won a huge lawsuit against her. But when it comes to boxing, everybody should remember this fool, Charlie Z. saying stuff about Deontay Wilder's daughter and about her condition, talking about, I think he may have, used a few racial epithets and just being a naughty boy. And Deontay Wilder had to touch him up. Okay? So when I look here and I see this, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like, whoever this guy is, he's got videos of himself, he's got pictures of himself, he's disclosed where he's from, what city he's from. Like, it's just dumb. It's like you're looking for trouble. But anyway, y'all keep cool. Hopefully Terence Crawford just, lets that roll off of his back. Hate to see Terence Crawford run up on this guy and have him in this situation right here. And then next thing you know, this guy decides he wants to go and sue, and now Terence Crawford dealing with a headache he doesn't need and a distraction he doesn't need before going into this Earl Spence rematch. Nonetheless, Terence Crawford obviously enraged. I would be too. People just need to chill sometimes, or they could end up getting bomb squatted like Charlie Z.